On the draw again for round 2, but once again we've got a solid hand and I'll keep. Drawing our third land was good. No play, huh? Ooh, a Minotaur, I like that. Could be concerned about Censor or Essence Scatter, in which case Kenra would be better, but Minotaur can actually attack into most 3-drops, so still worth it to play it there. Rotting Bone Slasher, huh? That's fine. Attack for 2. I think play Survivors. This is going to be a nice little curve out if we can keep doing what we've been doing. Sure. Opponent's off to not a bad start himself. Might want to pump the brakes here a little bit. It's actually kind of an interesting turn. Missing my land drop was not ideal. Dauntless Haven uses my mana most efficiently. Next turn, hopefully a land will allow me to play 2 spells, like a Avenger and a removal spell. I won't be able to attack with my Survivors this turn into the Screecher, unless I use the Compulsory Rest, but then I don't get to develop my board. So I think my best line is just to attack for 2 and play the Haven. And reassess based on what he does. Ugh, that was pretty disgusting. Wow, this game went from pretty good to close to unwinnable in a heartbeat. Well, what to do now? Both those guys have flying, so I can attack, exert, play Avenger. He'd be at 12. End of turn, untap. Next turn we have 8 damage, plus if we draw a land to steal his Bone Splasher, that's 12, if my math's right. How many exerts total would we have? 2 from this across 2 turns, 1 from the Avenger, so that's 3 damage. Plus 6, 9, 12, 14 if we steal this, or 16 rather, because that's plus 4. Kind of a weird play. Taking 7 on the backswing, that's not lethal. I think I like this plan. Definitely don't want to go like full defense mode and like panic and play a compulsory arrest when we're not actually dead. And gives me a chance to actually win next turn. This game will continue to get worse for me as we continue. Take 7. Hopefully it just taps out for something that doesn't impact the board too much. Multiple bodies. Man. Alright, so let's go ahead and cast this. Didn't draw lands, but that's not the worst draw. Except that... what can we do here? Might not be able to do anything to stay alive here. We have to deal with multiple bodies. We can gain 2 life up to 6. Then we can kill one of his flyers, but then we take 7. That's still lethal. Kill the Screecher, puts him to 10. Attack, exert both, puts him to 8. But then we only have 6 damage, and that's even without considering that he can block. Yeah, we're just dead. Splendid Agony got us pretty good. Alright, fair play, sir. see what we can do about that post board. How many X1s are in my deck, first of all? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Problem is, those cards are all pretty essential to our game plan, so we can't really afford to sideboard any out in order to play around the Splendid Agony any better. And once again, our defeat cycle cards do not help us whatsoever in the matchup. It always seems to be the thing. I mean, I don't mean to bad beat Story too much, but every time I pick up the defeats, I end up playing against color combinations where they're completely irrelevant. But anyway, I might want to bring in the Sure Shot because it has reach and he has a lot of flying. It's probably better than like Camel. And I know the Camel is in here for the Sunmare, but maybe on the draw that's more of a worthwhile play, since we're not as concerned with his beatdowns. I mean, we're just not in general that concerned with his beatdowns, but on the draw especially, or on the play especially, not so much. So I think we might just once again have to run it back. We could bring in Forsake the Worldly to counter his Cartouche, but we only saw the one. If I saw another decent target, I might consider it more, but that's not even that good of a play, hitting a Cartouche when he's just using it defensively. So I think we're just going to keep it as is.